And we're back. Okay, it's been a while since the last video, and the reason why is because, well, as of the direct, yesterday was the opening of the Olympics, so I couldn't miss that one, sorry. But in any case, we're back here for the 2014 Fantasy Supermod season, and today we have to deal with the race to Brazil at Interlagos. Now, last time in Korea, we looked like, or at least I looked like I was going to win, but then I crashed into Al and lost my front wing, and basically spent the entirety of the race after the pit stop to change the front wing, trying to catch up to the leaders, and I believe I finished second or something like that. I think I finished second, right behind, I think it was Sofia, but yeah. Despite this, we are still in the championship, so let's hope for a better result and to keep my front wing intact this time at Brazil. And the race is going to begin in 3, 2, 1. Alright then, starting in 9th, right ahead of Al. We have a loose end with as we go to 5 red lights, and we are away for the race of Brazil. As the two Mercedes are going to be leaders. Sofia takes the lead on lap number 1 as we are squeezed between a Ferrari and the Williams, and now we are up to 5th. As Al tries to go inside of Adrian, as we break a hell of a lot more later than Noelle. Let me take 4th place away from her. Now we gotta deal with the two rebels of Fernandez, Sofia, and of Christian. And we go on the inside of, or the outside of, yeah, the inside actually, of Fernandez, of Serge, and we are up to 3rd. Next up is Sofia. I'm actually recording this video after doing the F197 race at Brazil, so this was still fresh in my mind. But we are up to 3rd. As Serge is already going for an attack on my inside. Into the Sedocena. There we go. We are in the... we keep the position. That was lap number 1. But yeah, the Olympic opening ceremony was yesterday, and I couldn't have missed it. And we already gotten free medals on day 1. Well, not exactly day 1, official day 1, as the thing has been going on for like a couple of days because of the stuff like the hockey tournaments and skiing champion tournaments. But still, first official day we got a free medal, so not bad at all. As the leading group are already pulling away. And Sofia has closed in on Chris. They're going side by side to the Sedocena, as does Serge on me. And Sofia takes the place from Christian. She takes the lead. We defend from the other rebel of Serge. And there's other Mercedes of Noel right behind Serge. Oh boy, that was a bad turn right there, but okay. Okay. In the meantime, Surge is right on my ass. I don't believe he can use DRS because it's too close. Even though I wouldn't know it if he's using DRS because this is the 2010 Red Bull and F1 2010 didn't have DRS yet. So if you first lap of the race, I'm a full second than my best. Thank God the AI are still cowards and cannot do side by side even if their life depended on it. I don't want to front load this video, but turns out this is a video I found out today that Anthony Hamilton, the Lewis's dad, apparently has announced a new racing series called Hybrid V10s, but the name is actually Hybrid V10s, and it's only a teaser. They only published that side /teaser/blurb, which, yeah, it's basically it's I guess by the title it's supposed to be a series with V10 hybrids. The V10s that everybody and their mother have been asking to come back ever since the debut of the hybrids. Completely forgetting that the V10 hybrid, the V10 era wasn't exactly the best, but you know, the engine started good, so everything was fine. Now they've said nothing about the series other than the name that Anthony Hamilton is involved in this, and that we're supposed to get more news in 2026. Like, we don't know who's gonna supply the tire. Think more, you know, concrete things like. Who's supplying the chassis, if it's going to be a spec series, who's supplying the engines, which teams and drivers are going to be interested in the thing, any traces of a calendar, although it's probably going to be like the full circuit instead of something like Formula E does with straight circuits and stuff. It's probably going to be full circuit, so I guess we can sort of rule that out. But we only know that the main gimmick of this series is going to be V10 hybrids, and it's basically it. And that Hamilton's dad is involved in this. In the meantime, I'm gonna shut up a little second because I can potentially get past Christian and into the Esso Senna. There we go. We make the pass, but we have to pit, so unfortunately that's all for naught. But anyway, as I was saying, we don't know nothing except that it's the brainchild of Lewis's dad, and it has V10 hybrids as the main gimmick. Now, of course, I'm not gonna focus on I'm not gonna focus on too much details on the thing. I'm gonna focus, of course, on the main question of is this going to work? The answer is I want to say maybe. Actually, maybe in the sense of It's made by Anthony Hamilton, and that guy has let's just say a little bit more credibility than one would actually give it to him. In the meantime, into the pits we go, into lean mix. The fact that Lotus Dad is involved in this, it means that a little bit it is a little bit more credible than it really should be. But if it's going to succeed, succeed. I should probably say if it's gonna get it off the ground instead of, you know, just some fancy style and stuff. I'm probably going to say no. Ooh, shit. Sorry, Nana.
We put a new set of prime tires on the car. You have 2 stops remaining.
Mainly by the fact that this whole series is just the whole scope, the whole concept behind this is I don't say nostalgia bait, but that's basically what it is, because you know, every single year Formula 1 fans of a certain age keep bitching about the hybrids and the vacuum cleaners of the hybrids, and now they should go back to real engines and shit. And now the fans want it, the drivers want it, but the manufacturers don't want it, and all that stuff. And you know, nostalgia is such an amazing the whole thing just reeks of nostalgia bait, and there's no better recipe than nostalgia bait, basing your whole series existence, your sole reason to exist, being, hey guys, we're gonna do something that Formula 1 doesn't have the balls to do. Again, do I believe it'll work? I'm probably going to say I actually can, if I can get to, but I am on lean mix, so I'm pretty sure he's already out of the RS range. Actually, no. But yeah, I'm too far away. Yeah, 1.2 seconds.
Okay, it looks like the car ahead is trying to create a gap. He's running full revs, maximum.
Okay, now I guess I can go back to standard mix, but still too far away. To finally wrap this whole thing up, if it's going to work, first and foremost, if you go off the ground, I want to say they'll at least go that far, but I doubt it'll last that long. Because again, what is the reason to I know somebody might say that you don't need a real reason just to create a racing series. Like for example, Formula E, it's like the concept of Formula E is easy. It's Formula 1 but electric. But racing, but again, Hybrid V10s, as I stated, just reeks of we're gonna do the thing that Formula 1 doesn't have the balls to do because fuck the fans. To which there's a stupid reason. There's a stupid reason to create something. So I'm going to say it'll probably get off the ground, but it won't last very long. I know there is a guy that I don't remember the name of, and I honestly don't want to mention it. In case he actually ends up finding this video and potentially sue me. But he basically said that this series is probably not gonna do a dent to Formula One, but it could potentially be a real danger to Formula E as well as Formula One Academy. To which I don't understand why it would be troubling for Formula One Academy. Formula One is by Formula One, so I don't know how that would actually be a threat to the existence of Formula One Academy. I mean, Formula E doesn't even. I mean, the whole argument is. The whole argument is that his whole argument is that if you can get female drivers into a series that is actually better than Formula One Academy, it could potentially put a dent on not only give them an actual better spotlight, but also be a better platform in basically this series. If it decides to actually have female drivers, or even do its own version of Formula One Academy or the W Series, if you remember that. It could potentially put female drivers into a much better spotlight than Formula One Academy ever would. But again, it's Formula One Academy is supported by Formula One, so it's probably gonna be F1 Academy is probably gonna be absolutely fine. I mean, hell, Formula One doesn't even have female drivers to begin with. So that whole argument kind of falls flat on its face, but who knows?
We think the car behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the gap.
But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this thing is probably gonna get off the ground, but won't last very long. But yeah, those are my 2 cents on this whole hybrid V10 thing that Anthony Hamilton has going on. And yeah, after that, I guess we should probably talk about something that is a little bit. Hey.
Calculate that Rosberg will be pitting within the next 2 laps.
Can I? No, I cannot still. Wait. Okay, I had to rejoin. I had to lap in lap 17. Now, I know people are going to watch this video might be asking, dude, what the fuck is Gen 4 North American Tour? To that, I can confirm that it'll be coming next week, and it'll be alternated with 1999 edition. I've read on the calendar, and instead of 46 races, we'll adjust 30. So we can get the 4th series and the final 10 drivers that will be part of the International Tournament of Champions out of the way for finally, and then wait for the car set that I'm going to use for the ITC. Carset, whose series, by the way, has just reached the halfway point. And in the meantime, I think I have nothing to defend against Noel, or maybe I do. There we go. It's still an optimal. I really put him in a rich mix, but no, I'm not risking it. Plus, this is a third place, so I'll take third over anything else. Another thing that actually might make its comeback is Formula AS. I know I said that that thing is dead, but honestly, I might just bring it back now that I've reconverted this. I mean, this car set is the one that I used for Formula AS. So all you have to do is just copy the folder, change the names, and
Car behind has got a new set of prime tyres fitted, going for a longer period between stops.
restart it. And actually, I was thinking of just restarting it, still with F1 2012, but in a different year of the My Universe thing. But I decided to just stick with the 2035 set because number one, there's a
We think the car behind
with this version because one, I've already done most of the job. Two, I just need to change the names, and three, I have way more tracks at my disposal with this game than I had with F1 2012. In the meantime, there's a Toyota, and that is Kokoro.
The pit window is open, come in this lap.
Although I could potentially change some things just to not make it exactly like this thing, but who knows. In the meantime, into the pits we go. Alright, our Christian and Sophia are arriving. Sophia is. So is... Okay, this left car, that's... Okay, that's Christian, definitely. Ah, damn it! Got held up.
Watch out for traffic as you rejoin the track.
Another stop, maybe? Yep, on lap 25.
Hamilton's out in front.
Okay, let's see if we're gonna catch up to her. Of course, the driver rosters would be exactly the same, bar one less team, since F1 2014 only has 11 teams.
The car behind is on the harder tyre, so he's meant to be slower. We're going to need you to build a gap if you can.
And the driver that I'm going to use, I'm definitely going to switch over teams, because...
Lap times are looking good.
in the original 2045 mod, Williams were like one of the worst teams, considering the performances of Eric. So I might change the lineup just to put me into a much worse team than Williams would be. Potential Verstappen GP or even Toyota, I guess. But who knows? There's Ricard.
We believe the car ahead is running standard revs. Standard revs.
And the chute pulled away.
Looking at the figures, we think that Rosberg will be stopping in 3 laps' time. You'll need to be lapping in the high minute 11 bracket to start catching the guy ahead.
Yeah, definitely not happening. They get back to standard.
The gap to the car ahead is around 2 seconds.
Almost got 6 seconds away from Ryan. But yeah, Formula S might make a return. And also, since I'm mad about it, since I posted 2 videos yesterday, I'm going to release the rest of the Abusko rerun videos these days. And I'm going to post the.
You'll need to be lapping in the high minute 11 bracket to start catching the guy ahead.
I'm going to post the final Abusko rerun videos that I have. Still have no idea when I'm actually going to record the cup races, but yeah, since I posted 2 videos yesterday, might as well just post them all.
The gap is only 2 seconds. Sergio has just entered the pits.
And that's a not a Toyota. I think that's Phil. I'm struggling to catch up to a fucking back marker. I'm fast enough to actually go away to leave it to pull away from Ryan, but not fast enough to catch up to Noel.
Good pace, keep pushing.
But yeah. And speaking of the V10s, I'm aware this is a year-old story by this point, and it's and the answer has been pretty clear even at the time. But I rewatched a video that talked about Ben Sulayem mentioning the possible return to V10s, and the video basically stated V10s could be a reality because V10s could be a reality if the manufacturers want it, because the fans want it, the teams want it, the drivers want it, but it will never happen because the manufacturers will say no. Which, yeah, I'm pretty sure I actually remember reading somewhere that stated that that Mercedes would be leaving Formula 1 if they ever decided to abandon the hybrids and go back to the V10s. So, and why did I watch that video? I don't know. I was reminded of that thing. So, with the Hybrid V10 thing. So why not check that? What the
Rosberg's pulling away from you. We need to respond.
So why not check? Why not rewatch that? Rather reread that news bit. That of course gotta let go masturbating because of course V10 engines. But of course I don't need to mention the answer again. There's no real. I mean, Ben Williams said, "Oh, we got a panel of experts to think. We got a panel of experts to figure out if it would be a good idea to go back to V10s." There's no panel. Ben Williams literally said that just to get the heat that he got from the car presentations from the car presentations last year. Because if you remember, that guy was booed like crazy when the cars were presented, and he showed up. In the meantime, past Tsubasa,
Pit in this lap. Come into the pit to the end of this lap.
and ironically enough, but that she actually helped me catch up to Noel. So. Okay, Rich Mix, I'm going to risk it. Draft DRS and Rich Mix, but still not enough to catch up to her.
Try to keep this pace. This is what we need right now.
But we have to pit now. And of course I got super fucking wide. Plus, of course, I need to remind people that the V10 era in Formula 1 was probably one of the most boring in history.
Remember to pit this lap.
As Adam Milward said, people look at the small highlights of the races and think that Formula 1 was like primetime IndyCar. Oh no, I was actually not gonna pit, huh? That every single race was an absolute classic that everybody could have won and all that nonsense. Spoilers: 2 seconds, 2 seconds off the pace in qualifying nowadays, it would mean back at the grid, and we mean back in the grid. 2 seconds at a time of the V10 era was a top 10 time. So. Yeah, don't get blinded by the fucking nostalgia brigade.
You have no more scheduled pit
And of course, the other thing of bringing back V10 is not exactly going to solve the bigger problems Formula 1 has. Like for example, I mean, okay, we got McLaren won this year, but who knows if Verstappen and Red Bull are going to return back to Verstappen dominating everything for this year, or even worse, seeing Aston Martin become like the team to beat, and Alonso challenging for a third title at like 45 years old. Those are problems, and in effect make the show boring. Should I go back to... Nah, I'm on lean. You know what? Back to standard. As I was saying, go back to V10s is not the magic bullet that solves all Formula 1's problems. And of course, it's not gonna magically convince manufacturers like I don't know, Peugeot, Toyota, Mazda, or I don't fucking know, Subaru to convince them to go back to the sport. So if somebody tells you that oh, if Formula wants to fix problems, they should go back to V10s, just ignore them and say they're an idiot. Just straight up ignore them. Yeah, just straight up ignore them, don't tell them they're an idiot, because just to come up with the excuse of, it's just my opinion, .tm. Not .tm, it's just my opinion trademark. So, yeah. Hell, it's like a half miracle we didn't go back to V4s. We haven't gone to V4s. So in any case, that was my round over, and yep, looks like I'm not gonna do... I'm going to lose the championship, very likely. And I'm pretty sure those are lap cars, yes. Oh no, no, those are for the her position, but yeah, that's it. No, I definitely won't go no further. Although, actually, speaking of potential manufacturers coming to a certain series, apparently there's like 1 billion manufacturers that want to go back to WRC, to which, yeah, I don't really believe that.
Data's showing that the car ahead is likely to be running in fuel conservation mode. His times will be slightly slower than normal.
Can I... Do I want to?
Pace is good. Pace is good.
Okay, that Lancia came back to the WRC with the Rally 2 car, but still, there's like, what, 10 manufacturers? Yeah, I sort of doubt any of them will actually get onto the I mean, of course, not all 10 will get onto the WRC grid. But what I'm saying is that they're going to say they want to join the WRC, but then they decide, you know what, never mind. Can I steal third place away from Noel? Well, definitely not in this. I'll definitely not be able to catch up with this fucking place, that's for sure. And,
this is exactly what we need. Push, push.
I'm pretty sure she is, yeah, almost 3 seconds. She managed to even get even faster. Even faster. It was, yeah, I am incapable of talking. Ross fast love of the race in the meantime. But yeah, to quickly recap everything that I said, in an attempt to actually making myself a little bit more clearer, hybrid V10s, the hybrid V10s thing, the hybrid V10 thing, potentially become a reality, but won't last very long. the whole bring back V10s argument is ridiculous, and I don't see anybody really re-entering the WRC.
The car ahead is beginning to pull away. We need you to increase your pace.
And Bess William was lying for his team when he said, we'll try and go back to the V10s. Next race is going to be in the United States, the Red Bull race of the US. So let's see if we can actually get a good result there. I mean, not that this is bad by any means. You know, 4th place, absolutely. Best of the rest. But still, with this, I'm definitely losing the championship. So, pretty disappointing race, all things considered. But now, all things considered, when taking the context of where I am in the championship, then yes, it's a big disappointment. It's a big disappointment. But yeah, let's see what's going to happen at Austin. And I'm 2 laps to go. But yeah, actually, this morning in my time, the F1 modern community just released the Las Vegas street circuit. So I guess now, if I want to do a full season on this game, the full 2025 season on this game, now I can. But of course, actually no, I do have reasons why I will do that. I can actually get Apex, and this game gives me a little bit more liberty to mod stuff than the actual game does. Not to mention I could just shove in extra tracks. But, yeah. And of course I would love to have this series race on the extra tracks, but there's one little problem. The vanilla AI is really slow because they're tuned to the 2025 mod. So, if I ever decide to actually race there, or if I ever decide to hold a race with vanilla AI, that would be basically on a guaranteed win because the AI is low. But in the meantime, as we go past Harris, Sophia wins the race, I believe her 2nd win in a row, and we're going to finish the race of Brazil in 4th place.
Congratulations, that's a well-deserved 4th.
And so, Sophia wins the race of Brazil, 2nd is Serge, 3rd is Noel, and then it's ourselves, Christian, Ryan, Ian, Gray, Al, and Eric rounding up the top 10. So, Nora, Ren, Makoto, and Tsubami all lap down. I called it Tsubasa, didn't I? I mean, it is based off of Tsubasa Oribe from Tokyo Mirage Session, but no, her name is Tsubami. a lap down, while Phil, Eli, Rickard, and Kokoro 2 laps down. And Jules is the last of the lead cars. And now I have to take the screenshot for the thumbnail and then do the calculation for the points. So, see you in a little while, folks. Actually, no. It was Noel who won at Korea. Sophia, this is her first win of the season. But, yeah, small mistake on my part. But in any case, as I predicted, Noel takes the lead of the championship standings. We are tied with Sophia because she had a better result than I did. Of course, she takes second place. Serge is in 4th, Christian is in 5th, Gray and Ryan are now tied on at 16, Adrian at 14, it's a 14, Alan at 12, Linda stayed at 6, Erica is now up to 3 points, and Nana is still the last of the point scorers at just 2 points. But yeah, as you stated, next up we are racing to Austin, and let's hope that actually no, it's the race at Austin is gonna be uncommentated, so you don't have to hear me blab bullshit for almost an hour. But you're gonna hear me blab bullshit in the Actually no, never mind. Tomorrow is Sunday, so no. F1 1999 video, it's going to be Path for Radiance, so whoops, never mind. That will be for next Monday. But in any case, this has been it for this video. If you liked it, give it a like. If you see more content like this, subscribe and click the notification bell to get the next drops. And I have nothing else to say other than see you next video, everybody. This is Alpha, signing out.